Shalom, everyone. We're continuing our series through the Psalms. Today, we're going to read Psalm 100, and it's a short one, so we'll probably also read Psalm 8. Here on the screen is the Hebrew Foundation's Bible, Psalm 100. Who would like to read first? Eileen, do you want to read the first one? Okay,
Yes.
go ahead.
Mizmor letoda hariu Adonai kol haaretz.
That's wonderful. Mizmor letoda. Hari'u ladonai kol haaretz. Mizmor comes from the root zamar, which has to do with instrumentation, singing, and it's also the Hebrew word for a psalm. Tehillim is the book of Psalms. A mizmor is a singular psalm, and it's for or for the purpose of toda. What's the root?
Thanks.
Mm. Giving.
It's
The tav is part of the structure of the the tav is part of the structure of the word, and the hey tells us there's a missing yod.
yes. So it's yod, dalet yod.
Right. If you want to look it up in a dictionary, you'd have to look up yod dalet hey, but originally the root is vav dalet yod. Vavs turn into yods, yods go missing, dalet is still there. Toda. Lehodot, to give thanks or to admit, really. Okay. Hari'u is what, binyan?
Feel.
Mm-hmm. We've got the
Feel?
ha. We've got the ha in front. We've got the chirik yod, but it looks like there's a root letter missing. What's going on?
Imperative.
It's an imperative. Super. The u at the end tells you that it's you all, 2MP, you all do this. Do what? Cause, and then the root is ruah. What's ruah? Ah! Shout, or shout for joy, or shout for some reason. Because this is a Thanksgiving psalm, we're probably shouting for joy to the Lord. And who is supposed to do that? Kol haaretz. All the earth. What is the O?
All the land.
Mm-hmm. What does O in English represent? Oh, Sarah. Oh, Peggy.
It's vocative.
Vocative. Hey, I'm talking to you.
Vocative.
Exactly. Yep. Vocative. I'm talking to you. Oh, all the earth.
So how do you tell that there's a vocative in there?
Well, okay. So I guess we have an imperative here. And the question becomes, to whom are we speaking? You all. Who is the you all? Well, the only thing that we have for an option would be all of you in the earth. So it's not a perfect fit. It should be something like all of you in all the earth. But otherwise, kol haaretz doesn't fit anywhere else or anyhow else. So it's being taken as a vocative. Hey, you, all the earth, hari'u, shout for joy. So it's a translator interpretation, but I don't think there's any other option. So I'm
I always wonder when I see that, oh Lord, or oh something.
Right.
Where...
Oh means I'm talking to you. Vocative. Absolutely. All right. Who had Anatoly? You want to you want to read verse 2?
Yes, thank you. Ivdu et Adonai besimcha ba'u lifnai birnana. Yeah, ba'u.
Bo'u
lifnav.
Good.
Lifanav.
Very good.
Birnana.
Birnana. Good. Don't rush those vowels right there. Lifanav. Good. Very good. Bo'u. Okay, so here we have some parallelism, don't we, between here and there. Ivdu et Adonai besimcha, bo'u lefanav birnana. All right. What are the elements that are parallel?
The joy.
Yeah.
Shema.
The happiness and the joy.
Besimcha.
So these two are parallel. Good. In fact, I should probably just use two different colors. Okay, so this birnana besimcha. What's next?
Ivdu bo'u.
Ivdu bo'u. And then lastly,
Yahweh and
Lefanav.
Zephaniah.
Lefanav.
right. So the lifanav is referring back to Yod He Vav He, absolutely. And so ivdu and bo'u are parallel. And let's see, is there ivdu? What form is ivdu?
It's imperative again.
Imperative. Again, right? We have hari'u, ivdu, bo'u, and they all have an u at the end because they are
Plurals.
second masculine plural, you all. Absolutely. And we're going to continue that theme into verse 3. Who wants to read next?
I'll read.
All right, go ahead, Peggy.
Deu ki Adonai, hu Elohim, hu asanu,
Mm-hmm.
velo anaknu, amo yason mar ito,
Mm-hmm. What is this word?
vason.
Very good. Vitzon.
Vason.
Vitzon. Very good. All right. So there is I don't know if I really want to bring it up, but I guess I'm here. So this word right here has a ktiv kre variant. I think in the text it's simply lo, spelled like this, which usually means not.
No.
And the word anachnu is supplied by the scribes. So it reads quite the opposite. We've got De'u ki Adonai, know that the Lord, Hu Elohim, that he is mighty one God. Hu Asanu, he's the one that made us. So this is a pronominal suffix, the anu. When the root is ein sin, you missing yod. And then this is going to be the other half of it. Velo amo. Well, that reads significantly differently, and not his people. Well, that just doesn't fit the psalm. So it
No.
makes you wonder if somebody may have accidentally misspelled it at some point, and the scribes absolutely could not bring themselves to alter the text of the Tanakh to correct it. So they simply said, you know what, just make sure you read it like this. Velo anachnu, and his are we. Amo vetzon mar'ito, our his people and the sheep or flock of mar'ito. What's the root of mar'ito?
Roar.
Resh
Shepherd.
ein yod.
Roar.
Exactly. Ra'ah with an ein, having to do with shepherding, pasturing, shepherd. Very good. And so let's see, mar'ito, mar'it, I don't know. But resh ein yod, we get to see all three root letters, even though the yod is turned into a vowel. And all right, verse 4.
Can I have a go? Because I haven't
Absolutely.
haven't done any reading for ages.
Oh dear, go ahead, Sarah.
Right. Bo'u. She'aru.
Sha'arav.
Shirav, sorry, Shirav. Be Toda. Ha Toretav. But
Go ahead.
But Hila. Hodu. Lo. Barhu. Shemu.
Shmuel, very good. Bo'u, there's that imperative again. Bo'u, come on. Sha'arav. What are we talking to the gates? Hey, gates, come here. No, we're not talking to the gates. What's Sha'arav doing here?
It's go to his gates.
Yeah, it's probably being used adverbially. How or where are we going? Sha'arav. Bo'u sha'arav. Let us go gateward to his gates. And how? Betoda, with thanksgiving. And then here's parallelism. Chatzerotav Bitila.
Mhm.
So we've got Sha'arav with Chatzerot, and then
That's-
Betoda with
so-
Bitila. Bitila. So the Bo'u applies both to the first part of the line and the second part. Come to his gates with thanksgiving, come to his courts with praise. Hodu lo baruchu shmo. So are these parallel also? Probably.
Yeah.
Hodu lo,
Yes, come thanks to me again.
give thanks to, towards him.
Yeah.
Baruchu shmo. So one of the ways we can kind of define what it means to bless God in the Bible is by using parallelism. You know, giving thanks, for example, for the things that he has done is one of the ways that one can bless the Lord. I had somebody ask me before, it's like, bless the Lord. What can we possibly do to bless the Lord? And it's like, well, the Bible says, and look at all the places where it talks about blessing the Lord. That's how you can define it.
Mhm.
And then lo and shmo are in parallel.
Yeah.
Why? Because Shmo is more than just his moniker. It's his identity, his authority, his reputation. So it's as if it is he himself. And all right, verse 5, last one of Psalm 100. Who wants to read next?
Can I go?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Chana.
כי טוב אדוני לעולם חסדו ועד דור ודור אמונתו.
Beautiful. And כי טוב Adonai leolam chasdo. Actually, that means we've got parallelism right here. כי טוב Adonai leolam chasdo ועד דור ודור אמונתו. It's like three. It's a triplet, isn't it? Tov, of course, masculine singular. Good is the Lord. Leolam chasdo, forever is his. I like this covenant loyalty. V'ad dor vador emunato. What's the root of emunato?
Man.
Mm-hmm. Amen. It's unwaveringness, right? His faithfulness,
Yeah.
unwaveringness, right?
So no verbs in that verse, right? They're both
Correct.
implied?
All three of these have implied verbs that we have to insert into our translation. Absolutely, yes. Correct. These are all nominal sentences.
Can I just ask a question from the previous verse?
Of course. Verse 4.
It was the courts. That was in the construct form, wasn't it? The
It's
courts.
a suffix. Well, it's a suffixed form,
It's got a
if
suffix
that's what you're
on
asking.
the end.
Yes. So there's
It's a suffix construct, but it's in the courts of him.
Correct. I agree with you. I guess what I'm trying to do is differentiate the construct form that is in a construct chain with a following noun versus a suffixed form. Technically, they're both construct, but sometimes there's a difference between the two. But yeah, I agree. It's a suffixed form right there, so it's technically a construct form. Construct suffixed form. All right. Any comments or questions on Psalm 100 before we jump into Psalm 8? I rather like Psalm 8. Let's see, it's on, where is it? Page 1987. Here we go. I'll scooch that up to here. There we go. Is that good? Can you see that? It's a little too high, maybe. I don't know. All right. Verse 1/0. Why is it 1/0?
Because the numbering changes in the Hebrew and the English.
The zero represents correct. You're absolutely correct. The 0 represents the heading of the psalm. And then in the Hebrew, this is where it continues. But when you contrast the Hebrew with the English versification, they're different. So in this version, I put the Hebrew on the right. No, hang on. Let me say that differently. English on the right, Hebrew on the left. something like that. Lamnatseach al hagitit mizmor leDavid. So that's our heading for this psalm. What is a menatseach? It's usually
It's a leader.
Yeah, it's a leader.
It's a
It's often translated as a
Conductor, maybe?
conductor, right? Conductor, music leader, choir master. It's also the root that has to do with being victorious, winning, and forever. Netzach, forever, and linatzeach, to be victorious. Now, I wish I had an answer whether or not those two are actually related, or maybe we're dealing with, two different tzadis or two different chets. I'm not sure. I wish I would have checked that earlier. But yeah, this one shows up a bunch. So evidently this is for the guy in charge of music at the temple. And it's supposed to be played on the gitit. The gitit is probably from the root gath, which may be gimel tav tav. I'm not sure. But remember who was from Gath?
Goliath.
Goliath. Goliath.
That's what I was going to say.
Mhm.
I was going to say Goliath, and I thought
Exactly. So maybe
there's
it's
a
an instrument.
fantastic. Yeah.
Maybe it's an
Sorry, there's a
instrument that comes. Go ahead.
Sorry, there's a fantastic version of the story of David and Goliath in Scots. And it is absolutely hilarious. I must try and find a copy and send it to you, Jared. It's brilliant. It's really well done.
Well, you've got me on the edge of my seat. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very good.
So maybe the instrument that this is referring to was invented in Gath. Who knows? We get other instruments like the nevel, which is then translated into what is it, nablios or something like that in Greek. And the point being that there are lots of instruments that come across various cultures. So anyway, maybe this is from that area. Mizmor leDavid. Does that mean it belongs to David?
No, to David.
Dedicated.
All it says is to David. Maybe it's dedicated to David. Maybe David's the one that wrote it. We don't know.
Yeah.
All right, who wants to jump right into the next verse up to here?
I can read.
Go ahead, Ani.
Adonai, Adonenu, Ma'adir Shimcha, Bechol Haaretz, Asher Tana, Hodcha al Hashamayim.
Very good. Did you all listen to the King of Kings version of this? It's well, I mean, it predates them, but they have a pretty good version of Adonai Adonenu Ma'adir Shimcha B'chol haaretz Asher tana hodcha al hashamayim. A little low there, but look into it. It's a beautiful. They sing the entire Psalm 8. It's absolutely wonderful to listen to.
What's it called? King of Kings?
Yeah, it's a Messianic congregation in Jerusalem. I think since that video was made, they went on to become the band Mikedem or something like that. But initially, it's King of Kings, Adonai Adonenu. Just type that in.
That's not the one you sent to us, was it, on the chat?
I thought I did send it out.
Yeah, you did. You
Oh, I
sent it.
love that. I've been listening
It's,
to that over and over.
Psalm
It's
8.
King of Kings.
Yeah.
It's King of Kings congregation
King of
in
Kings
Jerusalem
congregation. Yeah.
who's singing it, and I think they did a whole bunch of songs that were honoring David Loden, who wrote a lot of these songs, like in the 70s and the 80s,
Mm-hmm.
and that was one of them. Yeah.
Adonai Adonenu, or rather Yod He Vav He Adonenu, our master, our Lord. Ma adir shimcha. Why is there a meteg right there?
Because it's not a kamatz katan, because that's a
It's not a,
Well,
it's a
accented.
closed, unstressed.
Okay, all right, I'll accept that. And what should it have been? It should have been a patach with a dagesh in the next letter.
Yeah.
Because the word
Oh.
ma behaves
But
that
you
way.
don't get dagesh.
But
But you don't
aleph
get
doesn't get it
dagesh in
exactly.
aleph.
Yep. So therefore, it lengthens the preceding vowel, and the Masoretes put a little meteg there to let you know that something wonky is going on here. It's okay. It could also be interpreted as secondary stress, ma'adir, ma'adir. But anyway, ma'adir shimcha. What or how majestic? Adir has to do with like powerful, not just like wow, majesty. Well, majesty, majestic does include powerful in its meaning, but shimcha, again, your name is what's majestic, or your name which refers to your identity and your reputation. Bechol haaretz, and all the earth. Asher, now here it gets a little hairy. Asher tana hodcha al hashamayim. What is tana?
It's from Natan, isn't it?
Auspiciously.
It's an imperative.
Ostensibly, it looks like an imperative. Tana.
No,
So
I think it's
the
past tense.
letter of the root.
Okay, so this form, tana, shows up like 24 times in the Bible. And it's always
Okay.
an imperative with a paragogic hey. 10, like this, 10 is the
Yeah.
usual imperative form. Then if you say tana, it means like do something towards me or for my benefit. It becomes tana, precisely this form right here. But what's wrong with that?
Well, why does it have the tav there if it's an imperative?
Well, because the root, okay, the imperative should have been neten, like this, but pay noon verbs will sometimes just lose the noon because it's a weak letter, and it just
Uh-huh.
becomes ten. So this tav is the second root letter tav, and the noon on the
Oh.
front has gone missing.
Okay.
So instead of nitna, it just becomes tna. So what's wrong with this being an imperative?
Because I think it's past tense, because it's the one who set.
It certainly seems like it. Are we supposed to be telling? Okay, here we go. Ma'adir shimcha bechol haaretz asher. What's the asher pointing back to?
It's saying it's going back to the Adonai.
Okay. I want to look at some parallelism here. Haaretz goes with Hashemayim.
Mhm.
Shimcha goes with, well, I don't know. Ma'adir shimcha. I don't know. Maybe I guess what I'm having trouble with is that a share usually gives us more information about something, and it's usually the previous word, but not always. So are we referring to haaretz, shimcha, or Adonai Adonenu, which you set your splendor on the heavens? I guess you're right. It would have to go all the way back to Adonai Adonenu. If so, then that means this is second person, which is fine because we get second person right there. But then do we tell God, set your splendor upon the
Well, we're
heavens?
discussing what he's done in the past, I suppose so.
So there's a good chance that this should have been natata. And in fact, that's what the footnote here is indicating. But otherwise, it just doesn't seem to quite fit as an imperative. But apparently this is the only place where that that happens. All right, verse 3. Who wants to read 3? All right, I will. Mipi olelim v'yonkim yisadta oz למען צורריך להשבית אויב ומתנקם. Okay, mipi, from the mouth of olelim. This oil seems to have multiple definitions. Did you know that an oil is also a yoke? What does a yoke have to do with children? Perfectly nothing. Absolutely nothing. We have 2 different letters, ayin. Apparently, a yoke comes from ayin 2, which was originally an ghayin sound, whereas olelim is ayin 1, which comes from the ayin sound. Remember, there used to be 2 different letters that
Can you
ultimately
say that
came.
again?
Yeah, there used to be 2 different letters in Semitic languages, which in Hebrew
Yeah.
ultimately were represented by 1 consonant, by 1 glyph. So even though both of these roots are Ayin Vav Lamed, they have completely unrelated definitions.
No, I was trying to hear the difference between the sounds.
Ah, I see. The first one is kind of like a R sound.
Okay,
That's the Ayin 2. This shows up in words like Gaza. And then the
Yes.
other one is in the throat, usually represented by something like that. Ayin.
Yeah, okay.
Olelim.
Yeah.
So from the mouth of babes or children, v'yonikim, yoneket is an infant coming from the root suckling. Yisadta oz, from yasad, to establish. You established oz, strength.
Yeah.
Why? Lema'an, on account of, for the sake of, tzorecha, those who are making distress.
Your enemies?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've got the word oyev, which is properly translated as enemies. Tzorecha would be those distressing you. So, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. They're synonyms. They're certainly in parallel. But lehashbit, what's the root of lehashbit?
Shabbat.
Shavat, exactly, to cease. So lehashbit would mean to bring to ceasing, cause to cease. Whom? Oyev, the enemy or an enemy. Umitnakem, and the one who is avenging. This is a participle from hit pa'el.
Nakem. Okay. What's the root of that then? The nakem.
It's right there.
Just
Nun,
nakem. It's just
kuf,
nakem.
na.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now this root does show up in other binyanim, and the nun can go missing because it's a pei nun. But here in hit pa'el, it remains. All right, Anatoly, do you want to read verse 4?
Yes.
Here, let me scooch it down just a little bit. There we go.
Okay. Ki irye shamecha maasei atzeb et beotecha yaraach bechachabim asher konaneta.
Very good. Konanta. I should have drawn the line there. I drew it over here. Sorry.
Okay.
Ki
Okay.
ir'e shamecha. For ir'e, I will see, or I am seeing.
Yeah.
Shamecha. Because of the yod right there makes it plural. It's probably referring to your heavens. Shamayim, shamecha. Ma'aseh etzba'otecha. What is an etzba?
It's
a finger.
Okay.
Is it masculine or feminine?
It's super feminine.
because they come in pairs, right? Body parts that come in pairs are feminine. So even though it's etzba with an ayin, it is feminine because it's a body part that comes in pairs. And it's got an ot in the plural, etzbaot, etzbaotecha, your fingers, and the works of your fingers. Yareach v'chochavim, the moon and the stars, asher konanta. Why is there a hey at the end of this? Is there a particular reason for having a hey on konanta?
Directional or paragogic?
I think it's just mater hey that can be attached and is here to the katal suffix ta.
Yeah.
We would have expected simply that right there. Konanta, you established from Kaf Vav Nun. What binyan is konanta? You can see the ta suffix, so you know it's a katal form, 2ms.
Yeah.
So what binyan does it belong to?
Is it a cow participle?
It looks like a participle because of the O.
Polel.
Because of the
Polel?
O, it looks like a participle, but it's a katal. It's not a participle.
It's a polel.
Very good. It's a polel, which is the specialized form of
It's
PL.
double.
Right, exactly. Whether it's a geminate root
Just
or a hollow root.
asked this week.
Hollow roots fit into polel as well. The root of konanta is actually kun, kaf vav nun. So it's a hollow root. It falls into polel, the specialized form of PL for those two irregular groups.
Now, how about it's the fingers, or no, your fingers, and the moon and these stars? Why are they definite?
Well, two points there. So there is no ha yareach. That's the point you're trying to make. There is no ha kochavim. Why isn't there a definite article? Well, because poetry likes to run terse. It wants to leave out all those particles, and it's I don't know. There are
But also in English they're definite.
correct.
Whereas
So
they wouldn't
that's
be
the
in other
second
languages.
point. Right. So that's my second point, is that if we didn't include the word the, it would certainly read a little funny. A moon? How many moons are there? So the translator is going to put the moon here, but my point is that in Psalms, you're not going to get certain particles that you would expect in prose, including the definite article, including a direct object marker, even some prepositions. And it's simply because the poetry is going to be more compact, more terse.
I have a question on that too.
Which one?
Etzbeotecha. Just because Peggy brought that up, when there is a possessiveness because of a possessive suffix like that, does that make it definite?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Or I should say, in general, yes.
That's what I was wondering, if that's what
okay.
made it definite. I just wasn't sure.
Correct. And again, separating what we expect to see in prose versus what we see in Psalms, we expect definiteness to be on ha, words with a definite article with a pronominal suffix, or 3
Proper name.
proper nouns, whether it's a city, a person's name, exactly. Even a title like Pharaoh.
Yeah.
All right, now to the next verse. Who wants to read?
I'll go.
Go ahead, Cheryl.
Enosh kitis
No,
karenu.
Ma? Sorry, there's one word
Oh,
over there. Ma?
ma enosh kitis karenu, uven adam ki tifkadenu, ותחסרהו מעט מאלוהים, וכבוד והדר תעטרהו.
Good. All right, let me scooch it up a little bit here. There we go. Clear screen. Ma enosh ki tizkerenu ven adam Ki tifkadenu. All right. So here we have parallelism. Where is it? Where do you divide it?
Enosh is Ben Adam.
Okay. Ma enosh goes with Ben Adam.
Uven Adam again.
What do you mean?
Um,
Ki tizkerenu would
Or
go
new
with
with
Key and a key.
ki tifkadenu.
if you, yeah.
All right. So ma enosh, what is mankind? That tizkerenu. That you, we've got a tav on the front that says
Yeah.
you are the subject. And then
Yeah.
what's the enu?
Remember us.
him.
If there were no dagesh, it would be us, that you remember us.
All
But
right.
there's a dagesh there, so it's actually something different. What is it? It's enhu. Enhu, and the hey back assimilates into the nun. So this is an energic nun with a 3ms suffix, that you remember him. Same thing with the tifkadenu. It's supposed to be tifkadenhu. Hey back assimilates, referring back to Ben Adam, or Ben Adam. There we go. You guys remember about energic nun? Energic nun only
No.
shows up on what kinds of verbs?
Victoria.
Yiktol. Only shows up on yiktol forms with a suffix. The energic nun probably had an original meaning of certainty. However, most experts are telling us that the nun at this point doesn't really come to mean anything anymore. I don't know how accurate that is. So sometimes I'm tempted to translate this as that you surely remember him, that you certainly remember him, that you certainly pay attention to him. At least that's what that's how it works in Arabic with the energic nun. It adds shades of meaning to the verb. And then the next part here, vatechasrehu. What is the root of vitachasrehu?
Chasar.
Chasar. What does that mean in the Kal Binyan?
Lack
Be lacking.
To be lacking. So what does it
In
mean
a
in the
state
PL?
Hmm.
to cause to be like
Cause to, yeah.
Yeah, it's that factative. When you have a when you have a state of being verb that's put into the PL, it's called factative. You're making that state of being true for somebody. So it's no longer that he is lacking, but rather you are making him lack. V'techasrenu me'at me'elohim. You made him lack just a little from God. What? Well, I mean, he made us in his image, so to some degree we are the crown of his creation, but we are still less than he is, obviously. So the psalmist here is saying you made him just a little lower than Elohim. V'chavod v'hadar teatrehu. Atar.
Let's just have that.
I'm thinking of keter. What is ateret?
A crown,
Ateret
to
is a
crown
crown,
him.
right? Ateret is a crown. So teatrehu, you crown him with kavod v'hadar, honor and majesty. Okay, next up. Who wants to read next?
Can I have a shot at that? Are we at 7-6?
Right, exactly. Zayin or 7-6.
Okay,
exactly.
that's fine. Okay, right. Tam silehu be maasi yedecha kol ata ahat raglacha Raglav. Yeah,
Raglav. Good.
Raglav.
Tamshilehu. What is the root?
Sheol.
Sheol? No.
Allah.
No?
Memshin Lamed.
Mashal.
Mashal, to
Mashal,
rule.
mashal.
Okay, to rule. What binyan is it? Tamshil,
Oh, Marcel. Yeah, Marcel. Yeah.
If you.
Kifil,
If
and
you-
then
if you-
ehu is
Yeah.
the suffix. So second person, you made or caused him to rule. B'ma'aseh yadecha. Rule what? Rule in, at, or over the works of, construct form, your hands.
Yes.
And put him in charge of his creation. Put man in charge
Yeah.
of God's creation. Kol shata tachat raglav. Okay, kol, everything. Shata, what is that?
That's from seat, isn't it?
Shevet is to sit.
Sheet.
All right.
So the root here is shin yod tav, and in the
Yes.
katal form, it should be something like this. Shata,
Yeah.
right? Because the hollow verbs lose their yod or vav in the
Yeah.
katal, and then shatta becomes strong dagesh. So what's
Yeah.
the hey doing out there? Just a mater.
Yeah.
Just a vowel letter hey. So shata means
Yeah.
you did shat, put. To katal to a mess. You put
Mhm.
tachat raglav. Everything you put under his feet. Raglav.
Your feet, his feet, yes.
His feet.
So you've got hands and feet,
Good. Hands goes with feet.
and also the hands go with fingers earlier.
From earlier, fair. I would also, well, I mean, within a verse, there's usually parallelism, but yes, there could also be parallelism over multiple verses. Okay, wait a second. When I think of ma'aseh yadecha, you know what? I'm going to disagree with you with the yadecha and raglav, because yadecha is the hands of you, O Lord, and the raglav is of mankind. I don't know. I would say ma'aseh yadecha, the works of your hands, would go with kol.
Yeah.
Tamshilehu, you made him rule. Shata tachat raglav. Those go together. But still, the fact that you have yadecha raglav, that's definitely a type of parallelism, because hands and feet go together. All right, verse 8, chet. Tzoneh va'alafim, whether it's sheep or, tzoneh. Va'alafim, elef means 1,000. Aluf would be a chief. Alafim are cattle. Remember the word aleph in Semitic languages is originally like an ox head. So here we have the alafim referring to the oxen, the cattle. Soneh va'alafim kulam. I guess we're still talking about the things that God has set under the feet of mankind. The sheep, the cattle, all of them. Vegam bahmot sadai. What?
All the beasts of the field.
Yeah, that's a weird way to spell sadai. What's going on there? What will we expect there?
A hay.
Yeah, exactly. We would expect the word sadeh. That's the usual form anyway. So to see the original root letters sin dalet yod actually makes me happy. Yay, we get to see the original yod before it went missing and turned into a vowel letter hey. The root is sin dalet yod. And in fact, it's still got the ah pattern of the word, the word like the same pattern that davar has. Kamatz. But that weak letter yod, go ahead.
Could that ever be thought of as my fields?
Of course it could.
My fields, that would be plural, wouldn't it then?
Right. That would be plural. Sadai would be plural. Wait a second.
But it doesn't really fit
I
with
want, you know what? If it's plural, I think it would actually become sidotav or sidotai.
Sidotai.
I wonder if the construct plural is going to be ot. So maybe not.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right, next up. All right, who wants to read next verse? 9.
So, yeah.
Anatoly, go ahead.
Yes. So, okay. Tzipor Shamayim, Udagi Hayam, Obed,
Over,
Over, yeah, Over, Abechot, Yamim,
Orchot.
Orchot.
Yamim, very good. So we're still continuing this list of animals: sheep, cattle, animals of the
Birds.
field, tzipor, the birds,
Birds.
Yeah.
shemaim, of the
Fine thing.
heavens, udge hayam, dag, dege, the fish of the sea, and then what about this last part? Over orchot yamim. Over, the one passing.
It's crossing over. Yeah.
Orchot, an orach is a path, a way.
Oh,
And then later,
Alright.
oreach becomes a guest because, it's a waygoer. But here it's referring to paths of the sea. What? Are there paths in the sea?
Roots. Sea roots.
Sea routes? Oh,
Or
for
seaways.
seaways, right. Yeah, perhaps it's referring to the, oh gosh, what's it called? The not channels, the streams, what is it? The paths in the sea that the ships follow because currents, thank you. The currents in the waters, and maybe that's what it's referring to, right? Okay, last verse is pretty much or almost a repeat of the first one. Adonai Adonenu ma'adil shimcha b'chol haaretz. And so that there's kind of a the beginning and last verse create a container for the rest of the psalm. Well, we absolutely flew through that. Does that mean we need to move on to the next one?
29.
29.
It's Construct Chain City.
Construct Chain City. Hey, do you have a page number for me? I can jump straight to it.
Yes, it's on page 2011.
211. 29. Ooh, buddy. I don't think we're going to get all the way through this one.
Oh, it's just construct chain after construct chain.
All right, Yofi. Yalla. Mizmor LeDavid. Who wants to read?
Okay.
Cheryl does.
Right.
Mizmor LeDavid. Havu l'Adonai b'nei Elim. Havu l'Adonai kavod va'os.
Va'oz.
Va'os.
Right. And why is it va instead of v?
Because I don't know.
Because the stress is right next door.
Puzzle.
Okay, because of
Soft
stress.
puzzle.
Not okay. So the va is not okay. Oh, that's I have like two things I want to say at once. Let me slow down. And if I have a list of things and oz is not at the end of the list, it would probably just show up as ve with a shva, and only at the end of a logical unit. That's when you would expect to see va oz. Otherwise, it acts like a construct chain and reduces those long vowels. So you are actually correct, yes, by saying that it is pausal, but it has more to do with the fact that the stress is right next door. Va oz. If the stress were any farther down the line, it would turn into ve. I'm just looking, see if I can find an example. And of course, oh, here we go. Ve shirion. If the stress were here, it would become va shirion. It has to do with how far away the stress is, but as soon as you move it over here, then it drops to shva. V'shirion.
And would that be because they are long vowels then? That
Which wait,
well, that would okay if it was I don't know.
To answer your question,
This is confusing to me a little bit.
okay, so here's the this is touching on a subject that it's a little okay. Let me just put it this way: the conjunction that we think of as v was probably originally va with a patach. If the stress is next door, Hebrew lengthens the vowel to va, and if the stress is too far away, it reduces to shva. Remember that short vowels are the ones that can either lengthen or reduce. Original short vowels are the ones that can either lengthen or reduce. So we get to see a reduction here and a lengthening here. That enough tells us that originally patach. And why does Hebrew do this? Why does it lengthen or reduce? Because it wants to follow the Rouse rule. When it's in an open syllable, it either has to be a long vowel or reduce down and join the following syllable. Unless, of course, you have the beginning of the word is reduced kamatz. Like, I don't know, just I'm going to put an aleph here for an example like this. That would be va'a. And there we get to see an original patach. Yay! So the point that I'm trying to make here is to answer the question, why do we see vowels just spontaneously lengthening and reducing? Is that kind of where your question was headed, Cheryl?
No, but that's okay. I'll leave that for another time.
Okay, fair. Okay, Mizmor David Havu. What is the root of Havu?
Like Hava, like let's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hava,
Hav.
Nagila, Hava, exactly. So the root is Yahav. This is a pei yod verb. And just as we saw earlier with Natan in the imperative, the first root letter goes missing, or just as other pei yod verbs drop the yod in the imperative, like Yashav becomes Shev, so also this drops the yod at the beginning in the imperative, Havu. Ascribe. Havu
So is
ladonai.
ascribe the right word for that then?
Short answer, yes.
Okay.
Long answer, I'm trying to remember what Yahav means in Aramaic. It has a completely different meaning.
Okay.
It escapes me for the moment. But what does ascribe mean?
Give.
It's like, yeah, give a description or attribute or title, something like that, right? An attribute, assign an attribute. Ascribe, b'nei Elim, ascribe to the Lord kavod va'oz. Ooh, what kind of not symmetry? What kind of parallelism is in this verse 1? I'll give you a hint. Staircase. It's called staircase. When you repeat a certain element and add something new or different onto that repeated element. So ascribe to the Lord, sons of Elim, ascribe to the Lord, kavod va'oz. Okay, so the first one, b'nei Elim, is vocative. Hey, I'm talking to you. And then it's a repetition of what you all ought to do. Havu ladonai kavod va'oz.
And then it goes right into the next verse.
There you go. So there's another one here, Havu ladonai. And who wants to read that one? verse 2.
I'll read.
Go ahead.
Ha'u l'Adonai kavod shemo hishtachau l'Adonai behadrat kodesh.
Kodesh. Very good. We saw Hadar earlier. Wasn't it translated as majesty earlier? Hadar. But here
Yeah.
it's in the feminine. Hadrat.
Splendor, I think it's splendor.
Splendor. Thank you. That's much better. So Hadrat Kodesh, we can see it's in the feminine form, translated here as adornment of holiness. Havul Adonai, ascribed to the Lord, Kavod Shemo, or sorry, Kvod Shemo. Is that in construct?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
the kamats drop down. Instead of Kavod, it's now Kvod Shemo. So yes, absolutely. Glory of his name. Hishtachavu, there's that hish, not hish. This is the hishtapel or hishtafel. Yeah.
Yeah.
And bow down or prostrate yourself, Ladonai, Behadrat Kodesh. So I guess these are parallel, right? Havu Ladonai Kvod Shmo, Hishtachavu Ladonai, Behadrat Kodesh. Adornment of holy. I'd really want to know what exactly this means. In adornment of holiness. Anyone want to take a stab at that? What is Hadrat Kodesh?
In this, what's wrong with the splendor of His holiness and the what's wrong with
Because
that?
I guess because the his isn't there.
Uh-huh.
It's
Well, there
so
is a
if-
beauty in holiness, right? So
yeah.
It
In the
should be Kodeshecha.
Well, that's the thing. If it were
But that's
Kodshecha,
what I've got written here. That's what
Have
I've got
you?
written in this version.
okay.
And I've got the print version of that you've got in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
It
So-
says Kodeshecha. It
No
doesn't
kidding.
have the no,
So does that mean we
and it
have
says
a
Your
variant here?
Holiness.
I think it's you know what the English renditions of that is usually the beauty of holiness.
I'm going to check
Just
and
the-
see if there's a variant there.
Or maybe I'm looking at the wrong verse.
I mean,
But
I suppose that's a possibility too. Where are we? Here we go. Psalm 29, isn't it? Yeah. 20,
Psalm 29 is 28.
29.
We're in
Oh,
21.
right, I'm looking. Do you know it's
So
the
maybe-
same verse, but it says. Do you know it's the same verse, but it's in Psalm 28, and
That's
it's Kodeshecha.
That's hilarious. I see it right there.
Yes,
Yeah, in Psalm 28. All right.
that's why I was getting completely confused. Okay, thank you.
Much better. Now that we're all on the same page.
Always
But
helps.
but it still does beg the question, is it when it says hishtachavu, that's an imperative, to whom? To the Lord. Then this becomes Bahadrat Kodesh. Are we talking about in adornment of holiness for us to do, or
Mhm.
in his adornment of holiness? I don't know. Kavod Shmo definitely belongs to him.
It's
So I wonder
in
if this
his. The translation here says in his holy array.
Right. So the fact that we have Kvod Shemo being possessive, I would say by parallelism, this is also referring to his Hadrat Kodesh, not ours. We are bowing down to the Lord at his beauty of holiness or something to that effect. All right.
Yeah.
Verse 3. Anatoly, go ahead. Please, if anyone else wants to read, by all means, put that hand up and I'll call on you.
Yeah.
Verse 3. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Kol
Anatoly.
Adonai. Kol Adonai. Bachwach. Kol Adonai. Behadar.
Did you skip? Wait a second.
Oh,
Kol
no, I'm
Adonai.
sorry. Yeah, oh, yeah, I skip. Kol Adonai al Hamayim. El Hakavod. Kirim. Adonai al Mayim. Rabaim.
Rabim, right.
Rabim.
Rabim is plural because mayim is considered plural. Mayim rabim. Kol Adonai. Kol is a sound or a voice. So if we have Kol Adonai, it's probably could be the voice or the sound of the Lord. You think of like thunderous sound coming from heavens. That could also be Kol Adonai. Al Hamayim, over the waters. El Hakavod, the mighty one of glory. Hir'im. What is the root of Hir'im? Is it plural?
Hira.
Aram.
H. He. Resh. Ayin.
No. The
The Resh
he is part.
Ayin Yod.
Oh, he found
No.
Ayin.
Annie, what did you say?
Esh
Ra.
Ayin.
Mem.
Mem. Resh ein
Yeah.
mem. So we get our eyes get so used to looking at the chirik yod mem as a plural suffix, but here it's actually the root. Ra'am
He feel.
is the thunder. So it's he feel to cause thunder. Hir'im. El Hakavod, Hir'im, the God of glory, thunders. So now all of a sudden, if these two are parallel, are we talking about his voice? Yes, both. Maybe it's also
Both.
thundering sound.
Yeah.
Adonai al Mayim Rabim. Because of the do I dare say this? Because of the Mayim, and the Hir'im, is this, oh gosh, how do I put this? Is this parallel to the storm gods? Chances are yes. See, there's very little originality in the ancient Near East. So one culture simply takes the praise from one god and assigns it to their own. No, Baal isn't the one. Yahweh is. And so there are actually lots of places throughout the Bible where it has this kind of ascribing a certain kind of glory to the Lord that other pagan nations ascribe to their gods. And hey, it exists and it's in the Bible. It's something to be reckoned with. But I guess the point is that the Israelite culture says, no, those other gods don't exist. Only our God does. And so all those things that you attribute to false gods, no, they belong to the one true God of Israel. All right, who wanted to read next? Verse.
I can read.
All right, go ahead, Tina. Oh, welcome.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Yeah, thank you. Kol Adonai Bakocha Kol Adonai Behadar.
Behadar, that was too short. Go on, keep on reading to the next
Ah. Kol Adonai Sever.
Ooh, so there's a shin
Oh,
dot on the right and an O dot on the
Shover.
left. Shover.
Shover. Aratzim Vayeshaber.
Mhm.
Vayeshaber. Adonai et Aretzei Hal Banun.
O vowel.
Oh,
Hal.
Hal Lebanon.
Hal Levanon.
Lebanon.
Where is Lebanon?
Lebanon.
Of course, Lebanon, north of Levant. Kol Adonai bakoach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shover arazim, Vaishaber Adonai et arze halevanon. And do we have stair-step or staircase parallelism here?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Apparently, Kol Adonai,
Cool.
Kol Adonai, Kol Adonai. And in fact, there's a, yeah, let's go ahead and just continue to call it staircase. So the first element that's added is bakoach. The next one, behadar. And then the next part seems to be broken up into two parts, right? Shover arazim, vaishaber Adonai et arze halevanon. So it's repeating itself, breaking the cedars of Lebanon, right? If you just say breaking cedars, you're like, wow, breaking cedars, that's something. But then breaking the cedars of Lebanon, why is that even more spectacular?
Because they were the best.
They were the
cedars.
best. They were the biggest. Yeah, exactly. They were the best and the biggest, and those are the ones that Solomon used to build the temple. So they are majestic trees or large trees. Okay, very good. 6. Let me scooch this up. Oh no, too far. There we go. Clear screen. Verse 6 to, again, that's kind of a short one. Maybe we can go 2 verses at a time. Who wants to read next? Eileen?
Can I? All right, Eileen, go for it.
Okay. ויקרתם כמו עגל לבנון, וסירעון כמו בן רמים, כל אדוני חוצב לחות אש.
Lahavot esh. Vayar kidem. What's the root of vayar kidem?
Rakad.
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 What binyan?
He feel.
He feel
He
because
feel.
of the patach and the chirik yod. Very good. So rakad is to dance, or essentially dancing. So vayar kidem, to make them dance about, or here it says skip. Kamo egel, well, I guess calves don't dance, so skipping is a better translation. Levanon, that seems to be the beginning, right? Levanon v'shiryon kamo ven re'emim. So re'em would be, or would it be ra'em? Maybe. Re'emim. Yeah, I think it would be ra'em, a wild ox. Okay, is there parallelism here? We got re'emim, which goes with egel, or excuse me, kamo ben re'emim goes with kamo egel. So then why do we have vayar kidem with Levanon v'shiryon? Siryon, excuse me, Siryon. Are those 2 locations?
Yes. Because they've got capital letters.
Because they've got capital letters, yeah. So that just doesn't sound parallel to me. Vayar kidem with Levanon v'Siryon. Huh. What do you think the root of Siryon is?
Resh Nun.
It looks like Sin Resh Yod. And then the Nun is a
Sorry,
is part of the
Sin
pattern
Resh
of
Yod.
world. Do we know any words that are from the root Sin Resh Yod?
Sarai.
Good. Sarah and Sarai.
Yeah.
Originally Sarai and then later Sarah, but also
Just sad.
probably Yisrael.
Really?
He strives or contends with God, Yisrael, and then Sarah is Sarah, prince, or princess in the feminine.
Princess.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, that's kind of weird to see the two place names in parallel with, well, I think they're supposed to be in parallel with that. Unless it's, oh, I just figured it out. Did you guys figure it out yet?
Yes, it's the calf and the young ox.
Right. No, well, I mean, I'll say, Kamo Egel and Kamo Ven Re'im, those are certainly parallel, but here's the actual verse. Vayar kidem Levanon v'Siryon. So these are the object.
Yeah.
He makes them skip. Who? Lebanon and Siryon. How? Like a calf, like wild oxen. Boy, It took me a while to pick that one up. Sorry about that. And Kol Adonai chotzev lahavot esh. What is the root of lahavot?
Hawa.
Lahav.
The lamed is part of the root. Lahav.
Lamet,
Mhm.
Hey, Bet.
Lamed he bet. Lahav is a flame. Lahavot. Does anyone know the verb hit lahev?
No.
Hit
Eh,
lahev.
Hang on a
Eh.
second. It's to be enthusiastic, isn't it? Hit lahev.
No, yeah. אני לא מתלהבת על זה.
Mitlahevit, right.
I'm
Right.
not
I'm
excited
not
about that.
excited about it. Exactly. So I guess it comes from that root, flame being hotter in flame for something. Hit lahev. But lahav is a flame of esh, fire. Okay. Kol, who's up next?
Did I ever go?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Kol Adonai Yahil Midbar Yahil Adonai Midbar Kadesh. Just keep going.
Yachil Adonai midbar Kadesh. We can see the root of Kadesh, Kuf
Yeah.
Dalet Shin. We know it has to do with holy, but Kadesh
Yeah.
is a location.
It's a place.
It's a place, right? Midbar Kadesh
Yeah.
must be a holy place. And
Yeah.
Kol Adonai Yachil. It looks like a he feel. Yachil. It's translated as tremble. What do you think the root might be?
Heal.
Bill.
Is it? Is
It's
it
Chet
chil or
Yod
chol?
Lamed.
I'm genuinely asking. I'm not sure. Let's see. This is Psalm 29, correct? Let me look this up. Oh, no. Move this over. Okay. Let me type in Psalm 29. And of course, it has all the words in jumbled up order. Ah, I don't see it. Okay, well, that didn't work. I wonder if it's because it's different. Okay, let me look up Yachil. Yachil. Oh, come on. Apparently, I can't type while holding my pen. Ignore. There we go. Yachil 32. To whirl or dance. It says that it comes from chul. Okay.
What's the root there?
Well, it says that it's chet vav lamed or alternatively chet yod lamed, but I don't think it's the same root as hayil, like strength or army.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's possible that we're looking at two different letters. Chet, possibly. I don't know. But yeah, it says it has to do with writhing. So let's look up 3242. No, not 32. 2342. Is that right? 2342. Shows up 62 times in the Bible. Okay, that's pretty good. So it does show up in the polel, tahul, cholel. Okay. All right.
It's what Boaz did when he was startled in the night when Ruth
Really?
was at his feet. I think it was because I think it's the same word. You can check it if you want.
Well, I don't have time to check it now, but let's see. Kol Adonai chotzev lavotesh, kol Adonai yachil midbar. So the voice of the Lord whirls or twirls or I don't know, tremble. Is that the right one? Midbar, the wilderness. Oh, does it cause the wilderness to tremble? Yachil Adonai midbar Kadesh. He makes the wilderness of Kadesh tremble. Kol Adonai yecholel. See? Look at that. So here we have Yachil and what binyan?
Polel.
If you.
It looks like he feel. And then what is it here?
Kolel.
Looks like polel. Exactly. But it's the disambiguation A and J, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Yicholel causes labor pains to writhe, maybe. Ayelot. Here we've got an ayelet. What is an ayelet?
It's a deer.
A doe. It's a deer. But then again, I found that there is what is it, BHS maybe, that had a secondary reading here, a lot, which would refer to like what, oak trees, a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which fits a lot better with yarot if those two are parallel.
How do you spell the oak tree? Is it
It's
E?
elot. It's the same consonants but with a tsere. It's here on the bottom right corner of the screen. Elot.
Oh right, yes, I see now.
So anyway, it makes more sense in parallelism, so it's a possibility.
Those Masoretes.
Well, you do the best you can, right?
Well, yeah, they did a great job.
I mean, if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be here today.
Right.
No,
That's
reading
right.
the Bible.
Mhm.
Let's see. So hang on a second. Kol Adonai yecholel, probably elot. So would that be twisting?
Yeah.
What's
Oh, it does say
yecholel?
causes in English. I've read it causes the deer to calve. Oh, and it does say there in your English
Right.
translation on the side. It makes sense. Yecholel is also used for labor in human beings.
Right, exactly.
See
But then
that?
again, if it's trees, because we're already talking about yarot and arazim, and then what is that? We couldn't call that labor pains of a tree. What would be a better way to translate it? Twisting or writhing of a tree?
Maybe it
In
is
the
a deer.
wind.
Maybe it is a ayalot.
It doesn't mention the calf anywhere, does it?
The calf.
It doesn't mention a calf at all. It mentions the doe.
Are you saying calf, CALF?
Yes, as
Yeah.
in yes.
Right.
The
causes
translation.
well, that's just the verb to
Yeah.
cause the doe to calf, to cause it
Yeah.
to give labor pains.
Yeah, I
it,
know, but the verb here is more to do with writhing.
Yes,
So it doesn't
precisely.
really
Yes,
So it's
precisely.
more to do with tree
Well, we have two
being blown
options.
about.
Right. So we have two
Yeah.
options. If we're talking about does, then the writhing is probably birth pains. But if we're talking about a tree or trees, then we're talking about the twisting that he's causing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Or the buffeting by the wind.
Right. Vayechesof yarot, which it's called chasaf. Chasaf. Why am I chasaf?
Naked.
Really?
Naked.
Chasaf. Okay. All right.
Strip, basically.
To strip, yeah. Yarot, the forest. Uvehechalo. Hang on, I'm gonna have to scroll down here. And in his temple, uvehechalo, kulo, all of it, omer kavod. Did I skip something? No.
Nope.
I don't know. That just seems non sequitur. Like we're talking
Kulo
about
omer kavod.
trees.
Well, he's saying all these things that he does, and they don't have to be exactly parallel. I think these are just all the amazing things that God does. All of them are saying glory.
Okay, I like that.
To him.
I like
Yeah.
it. All right, we have two more verses. Who wants to read verse 10?
Oh, I'll read. Adonai Lamabul Yashav Vayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam.
Very good. I'm remembering that most of this, I guess it's all of this chapter is something that we used to sing in synagogue. Now I want to pull out the Siddur and see where it is. I don't know. No, sorry, I don't have time for that. Okay, Adonai Lamabul Yashav. What does that mean? The Lord to the flood, Mabul, that's used for, like Noah's flood, Yashav. He sat on the flood?
He established,
Like he was sovereign over it.
Sovereign over it, yeah. Vayeshev Adonai melech leolam, especially if those two are parallel. And he did sit as king over the either the universe or the world or forever. Oh, Lamabul. Is that pointing backwards in time? And then Leolam points forward in time. So those are
Yeah.
parallel. Got it. That's much better.
That is good.
Okay, I love it. All right, and then verse 11.
I will read.
All right,
Sure.
Anatoly.
Adonai oz le'amo iten. Adonai yevarech et amo bashalom.
That reminds me of another song. Adonai oz le'amo yiten. Adonai oz le'amo yiten. Anyway, the Lord strength to his people yiten. Is giving, does give, will give. The Lord will bless, or may he bless, et amo vashalom, his people with shalom.
peace.
Nice.
Or
We got through
wholeness.
3 of them.
You know
Comments,
what I always
questions?
think of when I read that one verse
Which one? What do you think?
of the lion and the lamb? The first part being like the lion, the strength, and the lamb, the peace. I don't know. I always picture that when I read that verse.
Is there a verse in the Bible that talks about a lion and a lamb?
Well, the lamb and the wolf will lay down together. It says in Isaiah. People always say the lion and the lamb, but I haven't found lion and lamb in scripture.
I mean, not perfectly next to each other, but in separate places, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
think of Messiah as being both a lion and a lamb. But yeah, right next to
He's
each
the
other.
Lion of Judah.
Yeah.
The Lamb of God.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the Lamb of God.
And the Lamb of
So Lion
God.
of Judah, what does Lion of Judah connote?
Strength.
Leadership.
Yeah.
Strength, king. And then what does Lamb of God connote?
Peace and quiet and love.
The
Does it?
sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Oh, thank you,
Sacrifice.
Tuesday.
Bearing the sins of the world. Yeah.
Mhm.
The Lamb of God.
The
Like
peace
John the
between
Baptist says.
peace between God and man
Okay.
is the Lamb. Yeah.
Remember,
Shalom.
what was it? John the Baptist said, "Behold the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world."
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got through three Psalms. That's amazing. And we still have 6 minutes to spare. What are we going to do with it?
Let's play that song.
Hmm.
One of those songs.
If I play the song, YouTube is actually going to charge me for doing it. It's so,
Oh no,
so
no,
silly.
we don't
Yeah.
want that.
So
Nope.
I'm not going to do that, but I would highly recommend that you guys go check it out. All the King of Kings songs and actually Mikedem songs as well are straight scripture.
Yeah.
From mostly from
What
Tanakh,
was
but
the other? What was the name of the other? The McKevitt, did you say?
Mikedem.
Miked-
Mikedem means from ancient times or from the east. Mikedem.
Mikedem.
And then the other one,
Right.
King of Kings
Yes, I've
congregation.
got that one.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Mikedem,
got that
they
one.
have, what do they have? 3 albums out now?
King of Kings?
No,
Does?
Mikedem.
Oh, Mikedem. Okay.
It's a lot of their stuff is on YouTube, so that's fun. And all right, well, next week we'll plow forward with the next Psalms. Do you all remember which ones those are?
121 and 91.
Yes. 121 is a good one. What's
My
91?
favorite.
What's 91? Help me remember.
It's also a Psalm of
Oh.
Ascent, isn't it?
It's long, I think.
Oh,
It's the no fear one.
no fear?
It's
I'm
yeah, it's
looking
the
at it.
warfare, spiritual warfare.
That your angels will watch over me.
Oh,
Everybody talk at once.
okay. All right.
Everybody excited.
Shelter us in the shadow of the last of say, he who dwells in the secret place
Of the Most High will abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Okay.
I will say the Lord my refuge and my strength.
1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right. Okay. All right. Well, that's what we're going to do for next week. Wait a second. What is next week? Next week is fine. In 2 weeks, I may be at a men's retreat. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But I do look forward to seeing you guys next week on May 10th. Until then, lehitraot v'shalom.
Can I say congratulations on these?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's arrived in 3 days.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm glad to see that it's picking up some momentum. Hopefully the discoverability is getting up a little bit. I really, really wish that anyone who wants to better understand the Bible would get a copy of this. I'm actually going to, I'm going to make an app.
Would you like us to send newspapers, or if you would like me to send the various church times, etc., which is the Church of England Times, the Anglican Church Times. I could send the Catholic Times as well, and also the Baptist Union paper, and just send the same thing to all three and see if they publish.
Of course, absolutely. I'm my wife and I were discussing that we need to start going to local churches just to try to do book signings or promote it. It's like, hey, this gives anyone the ability to interact with the original without having to be an expert in Hebrew. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Oh, by the way, go ahead, Cheryl.
Yeah, I just wondered about your app. What is it going to look like?
It's changing. I think I know what I'm going to do, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, that's too complicated. I'm going to have to simplify it, or at least come up with something. And for the time being, I wonder if I just need to come up with a Bible app only. What I wanted to do was put everything, including the kitchen sink, in the app. And it's just a lot of work. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to continue focusing on the New Testament volume and then worry about the app. I have some bittersweet news. The New Testament, or Brit Hadashah volume, I'm having second thoughts. My whole no. Hear me out. My whole mantra has been, don't let the translations do the thinking for you.
Yeah.
And then my New Testament volume is going to be a Hebrew translation from the Greek.
Mm-hmm.
You see the irony, right?
Yeah, I wonder. You can't get away from interpretation in translation. I don't.
So
every translation.
I think I'm going to shift my goal, at least for the time being, for two reasons. My goal is now going to be to produce a Greek interlinear, same format as the Hebrew, but with a Greek interlinear. But I'm going to hopefully put copious notes in there to help demonstrate the Hebrew foundations of the New Testament. So it's still going to technically be a Hebrew foundations Bible, in the sense that, hey, this was written by Jews in the 1st century in Israel. It's got Hebrew foundations, but it seems I don't want to say disingenuous, but maybe it doesn't seem right to use a translation if we have originals. Well, I say originals. We have the Greek, which everybody thinks is okay. So the second reason I'm going to do that, besides the fact that translations require interpretation, is because most Christians are looking for Greek New Testaments. Wouldn't it be amazing to have a Hebrew Foundations Bible version that gets into the hand of Christians all over the world that want Greek New Testaments, especially in that interlinear format?
That'll go to the schools then. The Greek will go to the schools.
I think you should be publishing also, going to the universities and going to the theology colleges with this. That's my other.
Eventually.
That was my other
Eventually.
thought.
There are, look, as I'm going through the published versions, I'm finding little errors
Mistakes.
here and, oh yeah, finding little mistakes here and there. And every time I see one, it's like, oh, another one. I mean, it's a massive work. So I'm going to have to probably completely go through them, and that'll probably be edition 2 or something like that. But for now, I'm just trying to get the New Testament out. And my original plan was also to include a reference volume. I don't know. Is that something worth doing? That has all the Strong's numbers, both Hebrew and Greek New Testament, put it into a volume 6. I mean, would anyone buy it or use it?
I don't know
Well,
Greek. I don't know how
I
many
don't think
people
so. I
our
don't.
Okay.
age
I
are
mean,
going to learn Greek.
Yeah, maybe it's
Yeah.
not because there are still plenty
I
of
mean,
other
strong.
great books out
I mean,
there.
strong. My father uses strong,
Right.
and he doesn't even read Hebrew.
Right. Well, that's the thing is most of the people that I know will quote you the Strong's number, but have no idea what the Hebrew is. The nice thing about Hebrew Foundation's Bible is you get to see that word showing up in all of its various forms, as long as you're paying attention to the Hebrew. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so that's going to be
Well,
my new.
I was kind of excited for the Hebrew interlinear New Testament for biblical Greek students like we are.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I also like the modern Hebrew because I want to be able to communicate with Israelis.
Right.
So I like that, but I like this in that it strengthens my understanding of,
Yes.
the Dalish. I think it's very based on the biblical more, not perfectly, but
Yeah,
yeah, I know what
Delitzsch.
you mean.
Yeah,
But
yeah, daily.
so I've been thinking all that this week, like
So
what do I want? What do
in
I want to
case
use?
Cheryl knows what I'm about to say, if anyone doesn't know, the Delitzsch purposely sounds like biblical Hebrew because it was written by
Yes.
a Christian Hebraist that was trying to reach to reach Jews with the New Testament. And he thought, well, shoot, let's make a Hebrew translation that sounds like Tanakh. The problem is that it sounds kind of awkward and forced, definitely antiquated to modern Israeli ears. And the other
But not to
one,
Orthodox Jews, not to their ears. They would
okay,
understand it a little better.
agreed. It's a little bit closer for Orthodox ears, but it still sounds a little forced
Clunky.
or yeah, clunky at times.
Wannabe. Wannabe,
Yeah,
maybe.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's why I hesitated to use Delitzsch. And then Saukenson Ginsburg just sounds like 1800s Haskalah Hebrew. And so I didn't like that either. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm going to make a fresh translation that is parallel to literature that comes from the Second Temple period. And I'm like, wow, that would take the rest of my life to put together. And it would still be a translation. So there's that. And I thought, well, it sounds to me like I'm going to get a lot more reach if I use the Greek and then bring it back to the Hebrew foundations. Hey, when you read this Greek word, it probably is referring to this, that, and the other that shows up in Tanakh.
How are you going to fit all that into an interlinear
Jared, are you going to get a PhD out of this?
Yes.
I'm
wondering.
I don't know if I want to go for a PhD. I think the academic world is broken.
Yes.
The only reason that I would get a PhD is because it's easier to get speaking engagements if there's a DR in front of your name than if there isn't.
Yeah.
But with a big family like mine, I would be robbing so much time from them to go and get a PhD. So I'm not itching to do that.
Especially the days we're living in. Yeah.
I think college is just turning into a joke in several
Expensive
different
one.
An expensive one. Yeah. Ha ha ha.
No.
Anyway, yeah, if by some miracle or grace of God, I'm allowed to go get a PhD, I would probably do it, I guess, but I'm not going to go into debt for it. No. I don't have the patience for that.
Well, you might get a scholarship, Jared.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right.
I there's no harm in looking for one.
Right.
The worst that they can say is no.
Right.
You can say
absolutely.
goodbye to your Sunday night opens then if you're sending him off to get a PhD, Sarah.
Oh
Mm.
no, he could write it in a month. I
I
wrote
look
mine in a month. I wrote mine in a month, so you can.
I look forward to seeing you all next
Thank
week.
you.
Until
Thanks.
then,
Shalom.
lehitrot v'shalom. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
תודה רבה.
Lehitrot
Lehitrot.
Take care.
leshalom.
Shalom.